Welcome into the PHNX Coyotes post-game show brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah Merrall here with Steve Peters. Craig will be joining us shortly, and the Coyotes win, which is fun, but maybe not great. And also 5 goals on 15 shots, being outshot 43-15. Is this not the most Coyotes win ever?
It is, this is the Wheel of Fantasy again. Like if we did, they get outshot 43-15. Lawson Crouse gets a hat trick. Keller and Schmaltz extend their 6-game point streak. Spin the wheel. Like, are you out of your mind? That was me spinning the wheel. Are you out of your freaking mind? Like this, great, but the puck was behind Wedgewood at least 3 times. Off post, hits Mosier. Was it Mosier in the ass? Or was it Mayo? Might have been Mayo. Hit Mayo in the ass. Like, there's no way that the Coyotes should come out of here with 2 points, and yet they do. For their 3rd win on this road trip. The only loss is to the Boston Bruins, and that was by the hair of the chinny chin chin. Like, this team could be 4-0 on this road trip.
Which we looked at this road trip before and said, oh, like, well, the Coyotes, at least the first week, maybe this week with Ottawa and Montreal, we thought, okay, maybe that we looked at that first week and we're like, oh, you know, no wins on the calendar there, and here we are.
Yeah, but again, be careful what you wish for. Like, if this team is picking 10th in July for wins that are happening in March that people are not going to care about in 3 months, people aren't going to care that they beat Ottawa tonight, 3 months from now. They're not. They're going to be sitting at the stage, looking on TV, eating their popcorn, going, we're picking 10th? Yeah, that's what's going to matter. Not winning in Ottawa in March. It's not going to matter.
I know. That's what's starting to concern me.
So I hate to say this, but they need to start losing some games. And I don't know what else they can do.
And especially against teams like Ottawa and Montreal. Ottawa today, Montreal tomorrow. It's turn around, do it again tomorrow. And these are teams that they're competing with for that bottom spot, reverse. And now they were tied with Montreal for 40 points in last. And with a win tonight, they now pass Montreal. They do have now they're equal in games played with Montreal. So Montreal has 40. The Coyotes have 42. They play tomorrow. And we have to see what happens then because, I don't know, it's getting a little crazy.
At the pace they're on now and what they've done over the last 15 games, if they keep up that pace, they're not only going to pass Montreal and Seattle, they're going to start reeling in teams like Ottawa, Philadelphia, New Jersey. Like this, and I'm not kidding here.
Teams that haven't been on our radar for months.
They could easily be 7th to last 3 weeks from now.
Stop. I know. And it's like these last 2 weeks have been so hard because it's fun. Like, inherently, it's fun to watch your hockey team win. It is, and that's what's so hard. It is, and then you're battling with what we've just been talking about. Like, that's just such a hard position to be in. So and
I'll tell you what, Leah, because you go back to us in August, sitting here going, it's going to suck, it's going to be painful. It's going to be a horrible year
for a while,
right? But we all said it's all going to be worth it later.
Yeah.
Well, just hear me out. So we suck for 60 games, and now all of a sudden we're good, and we picked 10th, literally wasted a whole year. So you're not good enough to make the playoffs, you're not bad enough to get a good pick, and you're right back to that 12th to 10th spot where this Coyotes franchise has lived for the last decade, and you can't get better from 12th to 10th. You can't. You're not good enough to make the playoffs, or if you do, you get it in the last spot and you lose, and you're not bad enough to get high picks. So you sit in the middle forever.
Yeah.
So this was the year that this organization finally said, okay, we're going to suck. We're admitting it to everybody. We're going to say we're rebuilding. We're going to blow up the franchise. And this is where they are. And having said that, though, what else are they supposed to do? Like, they got outshot 43-15. What else can you do? What else can you do?
They have to stop running into bad goalies.
God.
Well,
sorry.
I know there's people in the comments saying they trust the scouting staff. They can still trade away players at the deadline and the team can get worse. That's all true. So we'll see.
It is. And I don't mean to be that. I'm trying not to be negative. They won 3 out of 4 on this trip. And I wish I was jumping. Well, I was actually jumping up and down. I was pretty happy that they won. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty excited that they won. So let's say that first. I am happy. I just try to look at the bigger picture as as well in what they're trying to accomplish. It was fun winning that game in Ottawa. It's a tough building to play in, and that's a team that scores a lot of goals, and they just they were unable to get on the scoreboard tonight. And Wedgie played well, and when he didn't, he got help. Either it was the post or a player that one sat behind him, and Gostisbehere saves him.
Gostisbehere having one of the best saves of the game on his stick. So we've gotten that conversation out of the way.
I'm sorry.
No. It's an important conversation to have.
I needed to get. What do we call it? Cleansing?
Clearing. Oh my God, we haven't done clearings in so long.
I needed to clear.
And I'm sure we'll talk about it a little again when Craig comes back. But that's out of the way. So forgetting about the big picture, let's just talk about this game and what happened in this game and not how it affects anything else but this game. So let's start with tonight by the numbers, because this one is extremely lopsided. A 5-3 win, 15 shots on goal by the Coyotes tonight. That ties a season low, which they last had against Winnipeg in November.
A game they also won.
A game they've also won. They also had 16 shots twice, 17 shots twice. So they've had in these low numbers before, but 15 ties a season low. On the flip side, look at Ottawa, 43 shots on goal, only 3 goals against. So that's saving 40 of 43 for Wedgewood. Again, the Coyotes goalies facing 40 plus shots and doing really well. And then both teams, power play goals, Coyotes 1 for 2, Ottawa 1 for 3. We saw a lot of special teams successes tonight, which we'll talk about when we get to Lawson Crouse in a little bit. But I mean, again, if you take away the score and you looked at those stats, you would not see a Coyotes win.
Are you kidding me? Of course
Once again, as per usual.
Shots in the second period alone were 17-3 in the second. And who got the goal? Who won the second period? The Coyotes did 1-0.
They had
Lawson Crouse shorty.
No shots.
17-3.
No shots through 10 minutes. They were outshot 10-0 in the first 10 minutes of the second period.
I'm sorry, Charles. Charles said it's pack therapy. I'm okay. I'll try to turn it around the rest of the show. I promise.
But people were saying, like on the Discord and on Twitter, like, do we need to do pack therapy after wins now? Like, we're so conflicted.
We've been conflicted, and we had fun at points when they won games through this. Through 60. We've had fun.
Yes.
But now it's getting tight now. Now we're starting to talk about draft picks. We're starting to talk about prospects. We're talking about the ping pong balls. We're talking about the draft lottery. Like, that's the bigger narrative right now.
Yeah.
Because the playoffs are not happening. So let's not focus on the playoffs. We're thinking about those things. And when you think about those things, like, don't screw this up. Like, stop. And I don't know how you stop winning. I don't know how you stop
Remember 2 minutes ago when I said, let's stop thinking of the bigger picture and focus on this game?
I know.
So,
sorry.
On that note, that's okay.
There were a lot of good things
Let's
tonight.
pull up PD's keys because things went both ways on this one. No turnovers in the D-zone. No turnovers.
The goals they did give up, turnovers, right? The both 5-on-5 goals were turnovers. They turned the puck over. Gostisbehere early, Eriksson late. Turnovers have cost this team throughout this season. That's a problem they need to clear up, but not right now. Schmaltz, 7 points against Ottawa, got one late. So he kept us
2 tonight.
Did he get this on the empty netter?
Yeah, assist on the empty net. So 9 points versus
9
the 2
points
games
in 2
against
games.
Ottawa.
So I'd say that counts as he kept rolling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And get hot on the power play. They got a goal.
Yep.
So that counts.
Look at that.
So I think I'm calling that a win.
Yeah, you really nailed it.
Yeah, I'm calling a win, and I didn't get outshot.
Also, this is a funny comment. Trade Wedgie for Mrazek.
Yeah, that would do it. Wow. Is he having a tough go right now, Mrazek, the outdoor game? Oof. I called that one wrong, by the way, on the pick of the week. So everybody
sorry if you
do the opposite.
Yeah, just do the opposite of what PD says.
Exactly.
That's what happens when Sean goes away. We can't have him. We need Sean back for pick of the week. Don't worry. He's back behind the Mac. I think he's wearing the Coyote hat. Let's see. Yep. Oh, and the glasses.
Yeah, he's still a little bit of Vegas. They say Vegas stays in Vegas.
Back from Vegas, by the way, if you haven't checked
Sean
out. Literally, like, right before we went live, PHNX Sports tweeted a hilarious video that Shane and Sean did in Vegas. So check that out on the PHNX Sports Twitter because it's hilarious.
And I think you need to pump that a little more because that is, like might be the funniest thing that PHNX has done to date. Because if you've been to Vegas, we're not talking the Strip. We're talking Fremont Street after dark with 2 guys with microphones.
That's all you need to know.
Sketch.
It was one hell of an experience. I'll just say that. Gotta watch the video.
So jump over after this.
If you don't... Emma just said Sean has the best fit right now. Sorry, Leah. It's fine, Emma. just follow in the intern power rankings. I'm just kidding. But if you're conflicted about this game like we are, if you need a smile, you can go watch that video. So there's our plug for that.
It's really good. It's really good.
Another thing we need to talk about, another huge storyline of this game, Lawson Crouse. First career hat trick in the NHL. And it was a unique one as well because he had a 5-on-5 goal, a power play goal, and a shorthanded goal. That is unique for a hat trick.
And good for him, too, because one of the things when we talk about Lawson Crouse, he at times can get snake bitten offensively, meaning great move, hits the post, somebody blocks the shot. He's around it, but just is unable to quite finish. Those were good goals today. Like on that pass from Kessler, he got it off a stick quick. The tip shot on the power play, great hand-eye, and the shorty. Like, that was a great move. Here? I know, he's sitting in the chair. He's sitting in.
For those listening on audio, Sean just moved.
Literally didn't know that was real. I thought he was just because
Sean just moved his little box so he's floating over Craig's empty chair.
I have to give the Watts credit for the idea.
Okay, that is a good idea. You should do that when we're waiting for Craig more often.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, but he finished, and there were good goals. All of them were good goals. That last one, that was a really nice move, and he puts it up backhand, top shelf. I thought he looked great today. And now you go back. There's a sigh. You go back to now what? Because Crouse is now, in my opinion, is the most valuable Coyote at the trade deadline. I've said that all year. Craig has said he's untouchable. I don't know. Is he though?
Don't do this to me.
I know. Like if I'm a team, I look at Lawson Crouse and go, I think he can help us. So
no.
Be careful what you wish for. Like he's playing really well. So I'm on an opposing team. I look at a big body guy that can drive the net and he can score. What do you not like about that? So I'm thrilled that he's doing this. I just hope he survives the trade deadline and he's still here because I think he can be a piece when they get through the rebuild.
I think so too. And with just his first goal tonight, he passed his season career high. So that was on his 16th. So now he got his 16th, 17th, and 18th goals of the season. Tonight, it was his third multi-goal game and 15th career multi-point game tonight. So big night for him all around. And on that note, let's go ahead and name Lawson Crouse tonight's DraftKings King of the Game. Sean just blocking the stats. First career hat trick, like we said, 3 goals tonight. So a big night for Lawson Crouse. And again, we've talked about just how he's really taken off this season, and when Craig gets here, we'll talk more about it because Craig actually has a story coming out on the Coyotes middle core, and Lawson Crouse is part of that. So great to see him have success this year, and if it's not a matter of, raising his trade value, which I hope it's not selfishly, but then hopefully that means that, and he's still young, a core part of this team going forward.
But does he? And we talked about this, and I saw it in the comments earlier, and I apologize, I can't remember who said it, but talk about 20 goal scorers. And it's a mark that you want to get guys to be 20 goal scorers. And it's difficult to reach that point when your team struggles for wins, where this team is. Clayton Keller hit 20 a while ago. He's at 25. Schmaltz is at 16 and 39 games. I would think he's going to get 20. And now Lawson Crouse is part of that conversation. Crouse is at 18.
18. Yep. I know.
So
a Coyotes team with multiple 20 goal scorers.
Wow.
We haven't had that, and it feels like forever.
Yeah. So, I mean, he jumped right into the mix right now. He's having a really good year. Crouse does a lot of things right. He does it with the right attitude. He works hard every shift. He uses his body physically where he can take guys off the puck. He's skating incredibly well right now. Like I'm really happy for the individual, but he definitely helps this team too. And we talked last show about who's going to be the next captain of this team because they didn't name a captain. He's at the top of my list.
Yeah, that was something Craig mentioned too while we were watching this.
He has to be on the team though.
Yeah, we'll ask Craig when he gets here. I don't think he's going to get traded. I really don't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe not. But he's the next captain of the team if he stays.
I would love to see that. It'd be great to see. And it was funny because also Craig was texting with Krause's dad when he had scored his second, said, I feel a hat trick coming. And then it was funny because the three of us, they were on shorthanded, and we were like, oh, watch the Crouse get a shorthanded goal. And then not even 10 seconds later, he did, and we were all
Yeah,
screaming.
especially after they hadn't had a shot all period.
I know.
Like, what? You guys out of your mind?
It's crazy. The Coyotes just keep running into bad goaltending and are getting...
Well, it's not going to get... Tomorrow's the same thing. Montreal's had
Yeah.
goaltending issues all season long. They're in Montreal, and if they get that win, uh-oh.
Yeah. Who else do we have coming up? Let's pull
Pittsburgh.
Let's pull up the upcoming schedule because I need to know who we're facing. So we got, Pittsburgh Saturday. So Jari, hot.
Yeah, Jari hot.
San Jose, I don't really know what's going on with them.
Not hot.
Seattle, not hot.
hot.
Calgary, hot.
Well, yeah, in fuego.
Yeah.
Their goaltending, elite
So-
goaltending. I don't know if they have a back-to-back. We'll have to look into that prior to that game against Calgary. Because if you get Markstrom, that's no cakewalk. Like when Markstrom's on, that team is as tough to beat as any team in the National Hockey League. They don't give up much when Markstrom's in the net.
How is there already... Wait, John.
We already won. Did you ever see that?
Won the,
Look at change graphic again. We already beat Montreal tomorrow 5-6. So on your DraftKings Sportsbook app, you go ahead and
5-3. You can... Hey, on
That's on me.
DraftKings, it's okay.
I mean, they're winning so many games at this point, you might as well just book it.
Yeah, Karen caught it too.
We already have a win.
Karen, we need human resources on that.
Okay, but here's something you can do, and this is true. On the DraftKings Sportsbook app, you can bet how many goals per period. You can do like
Total score of the game?
score. You can, there's so many unique combinations that you can do on there. So maybe Sean is onto something here. The Coyotes are going to beat the Montreal Canadiens 5-3 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Who
maybe.
knows?
To answer Petey's question, the Flames are not coming off of a back-to-back. Their last game before they play the Yotes is on the 22nd, so they have 3 days in between their games.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty, well, something to look out for. Knowing all of this, if you want to bet also on either the exact score or anything, so much you can bet on. We talked about the player props. Sean, you have to vacate your seat. Wait, I want you to stay there so Craig can see
So Craig can
this.
see it when you do it.
Come over here, Craig.
Finish reading your ad.
I want to see
You'll
Craig's
see it when you
reaction.
see
Craig's
the
already
monitor.
mortified just at my outfit.
Yeah,
You gotta
look
see
at
the monitor, though.
You have to just look at the monitor. Sean's been keeping your seat warm. Oh, now he's...
There it is.
There we go.
Here we
My
go.
name is Craig Morgan.
Let's just roll with it.
If you're listening on audio, you just need to go over to YouTube and watch this. Okay. Well, as I was saying, if you want to get in on the action, you can do
I'm
so
going.
right over at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And March Madness is finally here. The tournament is here. We're doing an office pool, so I'm really excited for that. But a ton you can bet on with that as well. So DraftKings Sportsbook is giving new customers a shot to bet just $5 on any team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. You can also do same game parlays with college basketball. So there's just so much you can do on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So use that promo code PHNX, bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. That's 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Welcome.
Hey, nothing like walking in for a read.
Yes, so you walked in for a read. Petey's gone on a rant.
What was
multiple
Petey's rant?
rants. Just that the Coyotes keep winning.
Yeah, they gotta stop winning. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Why go through all this?
Yep. That's pretty much what we talked about. But
I mean, it feels good for the players, but if you're drafting ninth,
it's not worth it.
And the pace they're on, they will. Like you keep saying, well, they're going to lose these games. They're going to go on this road trip. They've won 3 out of 4.
yeah.
And to that point, what the hell else are they supposed to do to lose? Like, how else? They did everything to lose tonight.
They did, actually. And Andre Tourigny said that, too. This was not a Picasso. They were defending the whole night. Just, they finished their chances. I mean, we've seen games like this from this team recently where they're not getting a lot of chances, but they score. They face goaltending that's subpar, and the Coyotes haven't been getting a lot of subpar goaltending themselves, which is one of the best ingredients for a tank, but...
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they're within shouting range of too many teams now, and you don't want to jump those teams. I don't know what's going to happen with the trade deadline if they're going to lose some of these players and it'll impact them. But you know, it's hard to get. Yeah,
It's so conflicting.
Yeah, because you feel good for the players that they're getting wins, they're getting some payoff, they're
and inherently you want to watch a team win.
Sure. But you also know long term that if you don't get certain pieces on your roster, you're not going to win. You're not going to sustain winning. You're not going to have a chance to compete for cups. And they don't have those pieces right now. They need to draft those pieces.
Yeah, and put it in perspective. I'm a baseball fan. Did the Minnesota Twins win last year on April 16th? I don't know and don't care anymore. But I care what they drafted for at the draft.
Yes.
Like, no one's going to care about this win in March over the Ottawa Senators when we're sitting watching the draft this summer in July. They're not going to care. So stop. Just stop. Okay.
So,
I said I wasn't going to rant anymore.
Oh, well, what were you going to say?
The NHL is weird. Like, the history of the NHL is a weird thing. You can't figure out why certain teams have success against certain teams. Now, two of the teams that the Coyotes have beat on this road trip are two of the teams that historically they have highest winning percentages against. Toronto is number one if you throw out Seattle because they've only played 2 games against them, and Ottawa's number 4. For some reason,
They do well against
the
those
Coyotes do well against these two teams. I don't know what it is. Conversely, tomorrow when they play the Canadiens, that they have their second worst winning
But
percentage
the
of any
Coyotes
team.
beat the
against-
Canadiens earlier this year.
They did,
But that was
so-
a different Canadiens team with a different coach.
It was.
So we'll see.
But again, stop winning.
We'll see what tomorrow
winning.
brings. We'll see. And we did mention earlier, I'm concerned about Montreal's goaltending too, and they seem to be hitting these goaltenders that are playing poorly, and they're hitting them at the wrong time. Well, right time, wrong time. I don't know.
So what I wanted to bring up, because someone asked this, and we meant to get to it the other night, but we all know it was the pizza not getting delivered's fault.
Yeah, it's Rosati's fault. that
Yeah, we
didn't
were
discuss
a
Karel
little
Vejmelka.
so we did not discuss Karel
Blame
Vejmelka.
Rosati's.
And someone asked, does this mean they'll trade Vejmelka now? And you have some insight onto Vejmelka in the future with the team.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to trade him. I'll be honest. I talked to his agent tonight, and nobody knows where that narrative's coming from that they might get traded. That he might get traded. Look, this is a negotiation, right? You got to come to a contract, and that's part of the process. But they don't want to move Karel Vejmelka, and Vejmelka likes it here. I think they're going to reach a deal. I really do think that they're going to come to a contract agreement with Vejmelka.
Yeah, and I'll take it a step farther because, one, I think he's going to sign here. I agree with you 100%. I think he fits what they're trying to do right now. I think financially he fits what they're trying to do right now. He likes it. They like him. I think they will get a deal done.
Yeah.
But in order to trade someone at the trade deadline, you need to have a party willing to trade for that player. And I know that people here love Karel Vejmelka, and they're going, we want to, don't trade him. There are not willing participants on the other side looking to bring in a Karel Vejmelka, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
When he's good, he's frighteningly good. Like, he is really, really good. He made 46 save shutout against Winnipeg, lights out. What he hasn't done is he doesn't have that consistent body of work over a long period of time that teams look for when they're running for the cup. That's all. Like,
Yep.
if they were looking at Karel Vejmelka for a future prospect and we could have him for years, then they may trade for him. But at the trade deadline, you're looking for a rental player that can help you win a Stanley Cup right now. Unfortunately, I don't think, or fortunately for the Coyotes, I don't think Karel Vejmelka checks that box for other teams because I don't think he's shown he's consistent enough at his age in North America right now. That could be years down the road. Plus, his contract's expiring, so I'm not sure why someone would trade for him right now.
Well, maybe they think they could sign
Again,
him
as a rental.
But yeah, it would be when you're looking at a rental, you're right. You're looking at a guy that can help push you over the top to win a cup. You're not getting a guy who's in his first season of North American
Right.
hockey.
He's never
and
played a playoff game.
Let's be honest. Karel Vejmelka has been fantastic. There have been those games where he faces more than 35 shots, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's elite. And then there are those games where he doesn't look good at all. He's up and down. He's been very inconsistent this season. You're not looking for that guy at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Karel Vejmelka's not getting traded.
Yeah, and that's not to say he can't help this franchise in the future. We're not saying that he can't be that elite goaltender. I'm saying that he hasn't shown that consistency right now.
And that's a process, right?
Absolutely.
His first season in the NHL. You don't
Absolutely.
expect a goalie to step in and, just play like he did. You know, we're talking about those elite games. Play like that all the time. That's not going to happen in your first season. You learn how to become an NHL goaltender, and he's shown a lot of promise, and I think they're excited about that. But yeah, for right now, is he a guy that's going to lead you to a cup? No.
And that's why you hear Marc-Andre Fleury's name, because he's been there.
Yes.
You know, when he steps in, even if he doesn't start for a team in the playoffs, by game 3, if the starting goalie for whatever that team is gets hurt, and you have to throw in Marc-Andre Fleury, you go, oh, Okay,
Right.
we know what we're going to get. He's played in the biggest games and the biggest stages worldwide since he was 16.
Yeah.
We're fine with him in the net. We're okay with him in the net. Carell, I just don't think he's got that body of work right now that teams will be vying for him to be that fill-in role right now. That's just my opinion, and we know my opinion is sometimes
Before
wrong.
you got here, Craig, and in the past you've said that he's not going to get touched, but PD brought up Lawson Crouse. Nope.
Not going anywhere.
There you
it
go.
is.
You heard it here.
Okay, another thing. So today it came out that Jacob Chychrun will be out 2 to 4 weeks with a lower body injury. Does this affect his trade value at all?
I don't think so. I mean, he's a guy who's on a team-friendly contract. He's 23 years old. He's signed for 3 more years. A team that's looking to acquire Jacob Chychrun isn't looking at him as a rental. We need to win the cup right now. They're looking at him as a long-term investment. So if the guy's going to miss 2 to 4 weeks, it's not a big deal.
As long as we don't know what the medical reports say in the MRI readout is, but if you're right and it's 2 to 4 weeks, and if you're going to trade for Jacob, there clearly will be discussions medically to make sure that that's on the up and up. There'll be part of that. Agree 100%, because in that 4-week window, if he's out back on the ice in 2 to 4 weeks, he's still going to help you in the playoffs. He's still going to be a player in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So that part of it is true. And if you're trading for Jacob Chychrun right now, that's a long-term deal. You want Jacob to be a part of your team for a long time because you like his number right now for the next few years, and you look to re-sign him. So I think that if it comes out that it's going to be longer and a major injury, then yes, I think it does. But I don't think at 2 to 4 weeks it affects him.
It sounds like a sprain, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I don't want to speculate too much, but it doesn't.
But if they're not talking surgery and they're not
exactly.
talking those things,
yeah,
that could be a good sign. So yeah, I don't think that changes.
It's just too bad because he's been playing his best hockey of the season.
Yeah,
he was on a roll. So now that's going to get
or
interrupted.
maybe let's get the best players out right now.
Apparently, it doesn't matter what the Coyotes put in the lineup.
It doesn't.
Oh, maybe. Do you think the Coyotes are all drinking Athletic Greens? How about that for a transition?
Oh my God!
Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
That was the transition to a read.
They may be taking Athletic Greens, and maybe that's why they're seeing the success that they're having, because our next partner is a product that maybe all the Coyotes are using. I don't have that confirmed, but we can go ahead and speculate, and I take it every single day.
Phrasing. Careful when you say using. Maybe all the Coyotes are using.
Using, yeah. Don't say using.
By the way, I have my shoes off now, so I don't know if that's allowed.
Yes.
It's okay. PD's shins are shown and whatever.
Okay.
Taking the 1 scoop in your water shaker and shaking it and drinking it. Maybe that is what the Coyotes are doing. How about that? And with 1 delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, adaptogens, to help you start your day right. It's a no-brainer. It supports better sleep quality and recovery. It has over 7,000 5-star reviews, and it costs you less than $3 a day. Plus, you're investing in your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Coyotes are on the road, travel packs, I'm just saying. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/coyotes. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/coyotes to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Another storyline this evening is Coach Andre Tourigny made his first trip back to Ottawa and tomorrow to Montreal. So Quebec and Ottawa, 2 places that mean a lot to him in his career. Of course, he was the coach and GM, correct, of the
Ottawa 67s. Yeah.
So he actually dropped the puck at their game this week. And so probably a cool experience for him to return to Ottawa for the first time as an NHL coach.
Yeah, he talked about it. I think we have video from that, about how it's almost like, and you know this, PD, like when you go back to places where you know a lot of people, family, friends, you don't have enough time. Yeah. You don't have enough time to connect with them all. He had that one day off, and then it's, they're leaving for Montreal right now. Hopefully not on a bus, by the way.
Yeah, that's
like
a drive I've done. I've also done that drive. Well, let's see what Coach Andre Tourigny had to say this morning about returning to Ottawa.
What's great to be back is the people. Is to see your friends, the people I work with, the management with the OSAG, management with the 67s, Boydie on the coaches, Normo and Hammy and all those guys. That's what's special, I had a great day yesterday, see my family, but today to see the fans, everybody with the 67s, that was special. So it's always coming back to the people. You can what the success we had with 67s. At the end of the day, what you remember is the people you work with, and how special were those people for me. You want to recognize the people you had success with, the people who were great for you, people where you had smile and joy and sometimes adversity, and you went through a lot with those people. For me, that's what make it special when I have a chance to see those people. And Oseg, Margotti and his group with the owners, the 67s have been so phenomenal for Mario, myself, and Boydie. So to see them, that's really special.
So very special for him. If you read Craig's story, he said he wasn't necessarily looking to leave Ottawa at the time. Like, he was very happy there, but if you're waiting for the perfect opportunity to coach in the NHL, then you're never gonna have it. So
it was interesting to hear him talk about too. Like, everybody around him is talking. So when are you going to the NHL? Basically, he's like, I'm happy, I'm okay. But he said it's like this snowball. Everybody expects you to move on, and you start thinking about it, and you start thinking about the challenge at the higher level. And look, I mean, these guys are all competitors. They want to do it at the highest level. They want to succeed. So you get him taking the shot, even if, going to the Coyotes, he had more than a few people questioning that decision to come to this franchise in the situation they were in, but said he was never afraid of that challenge. That's not what scares him. What scares him is if they go off the plan. Everybody's outlined the plan that the Coyotes are on. He wants to see them stick to it, even if things get hard. If it takes 3, 4, 5 years, stick to the plan. Don't waver. Don't go out and sign a Taylor Hall or bring in a Phil Kessel when you're not ready to compete yet. Stick to the plan.
And I think that's the hardest thing for this whole franchise to do, is to stick with it, whether it's the fan base, this coaching staff, management. It's hard to stick with that plan because you're a competitor, and that's what you want. But I will say this, from all indications, the kind of coach that Andre Tourigny is, he's a builder, meaning he builds relationships. He's publicly said that's what he is. He does this together. He does this with the team, and I think that's showing on the ice. I think these guys are doing it with smiles. I think they're happy to go to the rink every day. Even when they do see themselves towards the bottom of the standings, he's still able to make it fun. He's still able to make it an inviting environment for players to still continue to go on and get up and go to the rink every day. So having said those things, I think he's the right coach at the right time. And even though the wins and losses don't end up the way you want them to be as a coach, I think this is the best you could hope for in the situation you're in, is for the atmosphere that Tourigny has appeared to create, where guys are happy to go to the rink. And that says a lot when you're having a season like this. And if you want to get through a rebuild, that's the kind of coach that you need.
Lawson Crouse being one of those guys too, right? Who's talked all season long, since media day, about how excited he was for a greater opportunity, more ice time, more situations, and he's running with it. And one of the things that I look at, and I mentioned this in the story as well, when you're looking for how to evaluate a coach in a crazy season like this, one of the things that you want to look at is, how are those core pieces progressing? Clayton Keller's a point-per-game player. Nick Schmaltz is a point-per-game player. Lawson Crouse just had a hat trick and has career highs in every statistical category now. Those are good signs. All those guys are coming along. That's actually the topic of my story tomorrow on that so-called middle core. I think it was Talk that called it the middle core first. But that's what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow, the progression of those key guys. So you heard it here. Early plug for Craig's story on gophnx.com tomorrow. And Coach Tourigny will be a guest on the PHNX Coyotes live show this Friday at 1:30. So much like last week, 1:30. Last week was 1. This is 1:30. Mark it off on your work calendar now, so you have a lunch to get to, because Coach Tourigny will be on our show live here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So you're not going to want to miss it. And we're going to play a game. You guys don't know about this yet. No, I don't. But we're going to play a game when Andre is here. Okay. That we have to try to get him to say his secret word. And Craig knows what the secret word is, because he pronounces it differently, and Craig can't even say. But what is the word, Craig? It's opportunity, and I can't say it. Opportunity. So we're just going to say the word opportunity. So in that, we're going to have to put up stakes. We have a week to figure this out. Who can ask the question that gets Andre Tourigny to say the word opportunity? And we all have to put up stakes, and the winner gets the prize on whoever gets Andre to say opportunity in his answer. Yeah. You in? I'm in. He won't say it like that. I still can't say it
I know
the way
we won't.
he says it.
We won't give
I
it away
love
on how he
Quebec
says it.
accents
Yes,
so
exactly. That's the
much.
other side of it is when
There
you
are
hear
different
him
letters
say
in it.
opportunity,
Yeah.
you'll think, well, that's the way we should all pronounce it now.
Yeah.
It sounds so much better.
So yeah, you need to tune in just to hear him say that
Yeah.
word.
Just to hear
There we
him
go.
say that.
All
I
right.
love it.
Deal.
Well, yes. So we'll have him this week. Craig mentioned his story tomorrow in the middle core. And also, if you haven't had the opportunity, there's not.
There you did. Opportunity.
Like, so my not
Can't say it.
opportunity. I
Like,
don't
no,
know.
it's not
not
like
in
that.
it.
You're,
It's not it
you're gonna
at
hear
all.
it. You'll be like, and you try and recreate it. You can't
can't.
do it for some reason.
Okay, we'll figure that out. But
Yeah.
Craig's in-depth piece on Andre as well is a really, really great piece. So head over to gophnx.com, become a member, sign up for the year membership, get a shirt. Cody, you can get Cody, the Coyote, or just sign up for month to month. Get your first month just 50 cents. Have access to the members only Discord. I saw a comment earlier that we should do a March Madness pool in the Discord. I think that would be fun.
That's actually brilliant.
So Craig
Karen.
and Pete,
It was
yeah, it was
Karen.
Craig, Petey, and I. We can do brackets with everyone in the Discord. So if you want to become a member this week, so you can join our Discord March Madness pool, do that as well. Tons of great perks to becoming a member. One more thing we need to talk about today. This came up earlier in conversation. Today is Pie Day,
It is Pie Day.
3.14.
Pie sitting right there.
I've never had banana cream pie before.
Why
And
is
thi-
that, Leah?
I don't want to talk about it. And this just caused an uproar in the office. So Sean took one for the team and ran out the door and returned with a banana cream pie.
In like 10 minutes, by the way.
Like,
he was back in like 10
very
minutes with a banana
fast.
cream pie.
Producer of the
he's
year right now.
blocking Craig. So I'm going to eat this banana cream pie. We're all going to eat it.
On
Live.
3.14.
Yes, on Pie Day, live on the air.
Is it cut already?
Did we cut it?
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
we
going to
gotta
be
cut.
messy.
He might be producer of the year right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for bringing the pie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
don't tell Diefenbach though.
All right. Leah's going to cut a pie. And I'm going to talk about one other guy that I spoke to
Was
today.
she doing that? Yeah.
Johnny Walker. ASU icon Johnny Walker, who just finished his season for the Sun Devils, his fifth season. Of course, he got an extra year of eligibility because COVID wrecked everything. Interesting guy. First 3 seasons, just lit it up with goals. Knee injury really derailed him in that crazy season where they had to play every game on the road. And then he had another knee injury earlier this season that sort of put him off his track. So not the way that he wanted to go out in his ASU career, but the way I'm going to remember him is that guy from the first 3 years, the guy that helped put ASU on the map. Josh Doan, and he said it himself, Josh Doan is probably going to be the face of that program for the next few years, but Johnny Walker was absolutely the face of the program before that. And he told me to catch up with him after the season to talk about his plans. I called him, and he was halfway up to Salt Lake City, driving up for a tryout with the Utah Grizzlies in the ECHL. So he's going to continue playing hockey. He's still getting his master's. He's got to finish that. So after this season, he'll make further determination on what he's going to do. And he's open to just about anything, even if it means playing in Europe. But good for Johnny Walker. Good guy.
So is he hoping to do it right now, Craig? Like play right now
Yeah.
in Utah? Like
Yeah.
the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck to
Try
him.
to play it out the rest of the season
When
and then-
he's healthy, he's a goal scorer. Like he's
Yes.
an offensive upside is there, and every team, everywhere, every league is looking for a guy that can score goals, right?
Yeah. I wish him luck.
I do
Right.
too. On National Pie Day. This is great.
I'm excited for
You know,
this.
No kidding.
And I
Oh,
should,
don't worry. I didn't want any of the pie that I went.
Oh,
and got.
okay.
No.
Good to know.
No, sorry, Sean. None for
Wow,
you.
that's seriously that's
I
harsh.
should also mention that Johnny Walker's Twitter handle
Oh.
says, his hometown is listed as Gilbert.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Wait, that's
Typo
too
or
much
is
whipped
that
cream.
real? Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
Very good.
Oh,
Sorry,
so you
Sean.
like banana cream
Okay,
pie?
so fruit in pie, is that a thing?
Oh my God, fruit and pie is the only way to
It's
eat
the only
pie.
thing. Apple pie,
Petey,
cherry
I was
pie.
gonna say fruit and pie.
I
that is
know,
like-
because we
that's
talked
pie.
about vegetables and pizza pie.
Although I will say that sweet potato pie is my favorite pie.
oh, buddy.
Oh,
Pumpkin
You
pie.
like sweet potato pie?
Oh, do I like sweet potato
Pumpkin pie?
I'm bringing it in. My wife has a crazy sweet potato pie recipe.
Say less.
All right.
Pumpkin pie is also great, but it doesn't. Nothing touches sweet potato pie.
Okay.
Well, this was. I'm glad you went and
thank
did this.
Is there pretty good banana cream pie?
This is good. This is good banana cream pie.
Now the crazy part about this is that I'm allergic to walnuts, so I have to scrape all the top off of it.
Maybe
Okay,
we should,
so
maybe we
maybe-
should stay on the air a little
maybe-
longer and see what happens.
Not even
Oh
alarm, no.
Lord. Oh man. All
Well,
right.
I also can't see.
We'll
if
be
I'm
back
putting
here in
the walnuts
24
on,
hours.
'cause I
We
have
will,
these glasses
right?
on.
Yes, we will be back. A little less because it's a 4:00 game tomorrow.
The
which we
Montreal
love.
Canadiens.
Montreal Batum,
show.
as Craig called it earlier in the year, the Battle of the Basement. Although the basement's getting a little crowded. So
It is getting crowded.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll do a standings update for sure
Yeah.
post game to let us know because there'll be more games tomorrow than tonight. There was no activity.
Yeah.
In the-
I know.
in the bottom.
Can you believe this was the only NHL game tonight? So weird.
Okay.
Like that's
I mean,
so
everybody in
rare.
the NHL's
When the
listening to
Coyotes
that.
and Senators play, you want to showcase that game.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
seriously.
Might as well.
My
So
God.
everybody's listening to this right now across North America, right?
Probably.
Including all of Canada.
Probably. Maybe in
The
Europe
only
too.
post-game show. Probably. Well, why wouldn't they be?
don't know.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
would.
Sean.
Caleb, who starts in goal?
Well, it's a back-to-back.
Gotta
You
be.
have to
Gotta
match
be
up
veg.
veggie.
Got to be veggie.
But Wedgie did have a good game. So.
How about Nick?
Back
The
to
worst
back
in the
goal.
West versus the least in the East.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good matchup for
Okay.
tomorrow.
I'm with it.
I don't know. Do we want any early predictions?
Didn't they catch Seattle though tonight? Didn't they pass Seattle tonight?
They tied.
And they have 2 games in hand, right?
Yeah.
So better win
tied
percentage.
Seattle with 2 games in hand, past Montreal, but now have equal games played with Montreal. So we will see.
And within 5 of Philly and 5 of Ottawa. And that's not many.
No, it's not.
All right.
Montreal gets the win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Montreal gets the win
As
tomorrow.
I said,
in a close
second worst
one.
winning percentage against any team in the NHL. Coyotes against
And
Montreal.
we know that matters because look how the Coyotes did against Boston, and we were saying it all week. The curse of TD Garden. So,
Montreal in a close one. Take the under.
Okay.
3-2.
oh, all right. You heard. Oh, which by the way, I just want to give you credit really quick
I
for what
don't.
you said in the Discord today about today's game. So before we head out,
I said
What did you
4-3
say?
win. Take the over at 6.5. Power play goes 2 for 3, which is 1 for 3. And Schmaltz and Keller point streak continues. And I have it. I did 11:30 this morning. I said that.
Who'd you take in the Heritage Classic?
just bringing him back down to earth.
He's right. I had Toronto.
Oh,
You had
man.
Buffalo. I had Toronto.
Never bet against Buffalo.
I had your back, Sean.
Thank you.
I was even tweeting him Sabres logos after that game.
Buffalo
was.
Sabres and
He was
Arizona
right.
Coyotes are America's teams.
Sabres own the Leafs. They just own them.
Yeah.
It's honestly
Buffalo's
true.
better than Toronto in basically every way, so
Okay, calm down. Let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back live on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel after the Montreal Arizona game tomorrow. It's a very important game, so we'll see how it shakes out. Please follow us on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. We're less than 100 away from. We're 96 followers away
I'm a little disappointed with the pickup today.
from 3,000 followers. Please,
Yeah.
everyone, right now, take out your phone, send our Twitter to 5 of your friends. We need.
If you want to see more than Petey's calves,
Yeah, we'll see.
be the followers.
Yeah, we need the followers. So please give us a follow on Twitter as well as wherever you get your podcasts. Like, subscribe, follow, and leave us a review there as well. It's super, super helpful. And I think that's it from us
I'm gonna
here
eat my
tonight.
pie.
Yeah, we're just gonna eat our pie.
Yep.
Enjoy. It was very good pie. I did enjoy it.
Mine's
my first
gone.
time.
shout out Coco's Bakery. That's where I got
Oh yeah,
Coco's.
Coco's Bakery. Thank you so much for coming through. We finally had a pie come through
Yeah,
for
not
us.
a pizza
Not
pie.
a pizza pie, but a pie.
Still
finally
waiting for
came
that
through.
Rosati's
I
delivery.
know, right? We'll see everyone here tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night.